Have you ever noticed that everyone suddenly becomes a financial expert the moment you get your first paycheck? One person tells you to buy stocks, another swears crypto is the future. Your uncle says real estate is the only real investment. And that one guy on Instagram? Apparently, he turned 5,000 rupees into a Lamborghini by following this one secret. The problem isn't that they're wrong. The problem is they're all answering the wrong question. Everyone tells you what to invest in. Almost nobody tells you when. Because even the best investment can fail if you do it in the wrong order. It's like trying to build the second floor of a house before laying the foundation. The house isn't the problem, the order is. And somehow school taught us trigonometry, but never what to do with our first salary, so today, let's fix that. Meet Jack. Jack is 23, he just landed his first full-time job, and payday finally arrives. For about 5 minutes, he feels rich. Then rent gets deducted. Food. Subscriptions he forgot he was paying for. A couple of online orders because they were on sale. And suddenly the balance in his account looks like it got into a fight and lost. Still, Jack wants to be smart with money. So he opens YouTube. Buy stocks. No, buy crypto. Real estate is the only way to build wealth. 5 videos later, Jack has learned exactly one thing. Everyone disagrees. The truth is, wealth isn't built by finding the perfect investment. It's built by following the right order. Think of it like climbing a ladder. Skip a step, and you're much more likely to fall. So let's start with step 1. Control your cash flow. I know, it doesn't sound exciting, but neither does brushing your teeth, and you still do it because the alternative is much worse. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water while there are holes in the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never fills up. That's what happens to most people's salaries. The issue isn't always that they earn too little, it's that money quietly leaks away. Food delivery because cooking feels like too much effort. Subscriptions you haven't opened in months. Impulse purchases that felt like a great idea until the delivery arrived. Here's the biggest mistake people make. They spend first and save whatever is left. Usually nothing is left. Instead, flip it around. When your salary arrives, save first. Even if it's just 10%. You're not punishing yourself. You're paying your future self before everyone else. The amount isn't what matters most. The habit is. Once Jack starts doing this, something changes. For the first time, money actually stays in his account. Not forever. Just long enough for the next step. Build an emergency fund. This might be the least exciting part of the entire video. Nobody posts on Instagram saying, "Guess who just saved 6 months of living expenses?" But here's the thing. An emergency fund isn't meant to impress people. It's meant to protect you. Life has terrible timing. Your phone breaks. Your bike needs repairs. Your company announces layoffs. Or an unexpected medical bill shows up out of nowhere. If you don't have emergency savings, you only have bad options. You borrow money. You swipe your credit card. Or worse, you sell your investments at the exact moment you shouldn't. Think of your emergency fund like a seatbelt. You don't wear one because you're planning to crash. You wear one because you know life is unpredictable. A good goal is 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses. Money that stays safe and untouched unless there's a genuine emergency. Not a vacation. Not a new phone. Not because your favorite sneakers went on sale for the 3rd time this month. Real emergencies. Now Jack has something most people don't. Peace of mind. His money finally has a foundation. But before he starts investing, there's one more obstacle standing in his way. That obstacle? High-interest debt. Let's say Jack has 50,000 rupees ready to invest. He's excited. He imagines earning 10 or 12% a year in the stock market. Then he remembers his credit card. It's charging him over 30% interest. See the problem? It's like running up an escalator that's moving down even faster. No matter how hard you run, you're still losing ground. That's why paying off expensive debt is often the best investment you can make. Notice I said expensive debt. A reasonable home loan or student loan is a different conversation, but high-interest debt quietly eats away at your future every single month. Clear that first, then move on. Now, Jack has done something most people never do. He controls his spending. He has emergency savings. He's no longer dragging around expensive debt. Only now is he ready for investing. And here's where people make it sound far more complicated than it really is. Investing is simply giving your money a job. When your money sits in a savings account, it stays safe. When it's invested, it starts working. Imagine owning a tiny piece of hundreds of companies. Companies that make your phone, the food you eat, the medicine you take, the apps you use every day. As those businesses grow over time, your investment has the chance to grow too. But what if I pick the wrong company? That's exactly why many beginners start with index funds. Think of it like ordering a buffet instead of betting everything on one dish. Instead of relying on one company to succeed, you're spreading your money across many of them. One company may struggle, others can continue growing. It's simple. It's diversified. And surprisingly, it's how many successful long-term investors build wealth. You'll also hear terms like ETFs and SIPs. Don't let the names scare you. An ETF is just another easy way to own a basket of investments, and an SIP isn't an investment at all. It's simply a method of investing a fixed amount regularly. Think of it as putting your investing on autopilot. No guessing, no chasing headlines, no trying to predict tomorrow's market. Because here's something even professionals struggle to do. Nobody consistently times the market perfectly. People spend years waiting for the perfect moment. Meanwhile, someone else quietly invests every month and lets time do the heavy lifting. That's why the next level is the one that changes everything. Stay consistent. This sounds easy. It's not. When the market goes up, everyone feels like a genius. When it falls, people suddenly think investing is broken. But markets have always moved up and down. That's normal. Think about planting a tree. You don't dig it up every weekend to check if the roots are growing. You water it, you wait. You trust the process. Investing works the same way. The people who usually win aren't the ones checking their portfolio 10 times a day. They're the ones who keep showing up month after month, year after year. Jack learns this too. Some months his investments are up. Some months they're down. But instead of reacting to every headline, he sticks to his plan. Because emotions are great for choosing a movie. They're terrible for choosing investments. Finally, there's one last level that most people completely ignore. Increase your income. People spend hours searching for an investment that earns 2% more, but they ignore the biggest opportunity they have. Themselves. Learning a new skill, getting promoted, freelancing, starting a small business, creating another source of income. Because investing 25,000 rupees every month will almost always beat trying to squeeze a tiny extra return out of 5,000 rupees. The more you earn, the more you can invest. And the more you invest, the harder your money works for you. Now let's zoom out. Jack didn't become wealthy because he found a secret stock. He didn't get lucky with crypto. He didn't become rich overnight. He simply followed the right order. He earned, he saved, he built an emergency fund, he cleared expensive debt, he invested consistently, and he kept increasing his income. None of it was flashy. None of it went viral. But that's the funny thing about real wealth. It's usually boring while you're building it. Then one day, you look back and realize you're no longer stressed every time your phone buzzes with a bank notification. An emergency doesn't become a financial disaster. Money stops controlling your decisions. And that's real freedom. So if you remember just one thing from this video, let it be this. Wealth isn't about finding the perfect investment. It's about putting every rupee in the right place at the right time. Get the order right, and average investments can build an extraordinary life. Get the order wrong, and even great investments struggle to save you. Because wealth isn't built by making one brilliant decision. It's built by making the right decisions in the right order. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to subscribe because every week Jack and I break down money, investing, and life into simple ideas anyone can understand. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next